Timmies, it's Psychic Bob. Woo! It's Saturday night, and I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. Ooh, I got the spirit power flowing. Psychic Bob's had a busy day. I'm just a little warm here. And it's been a busy day for Psychic Bob. Private readings I've been doing. Thank you to all of you who've been calling for private readings. If you're waiting to get on my schedule, I will get you. I promise. I'm just a little backlogged. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to Baroness for helping get people on the schedule today. Love you, sugar. Thank you. And also big shout out to Baroness Kolobobs for her wonderful artwork for the show. Did you see that mystical glowing icy crystal? Oh, I love it. I'm going to have that picture framed. I just love it. Thank you, Cola. Beautiful artwork. Well, golly gee. Well, welcome to Saturday night. Do y'all remember there's a TV show? I don't know if it's still on, Saturday Night Live. Well, we're better than Saturday Night Live. We're Psychic Bob Saturday Night Live. That's right. Well, welcome to our channel. My name is Bob Hickman, also known as Psychic Bob. And you've arrived at Spirit Channel. That's the name of my channel. We're a spiritual community. We have a show 7 days a week. And tonight, we're going to do a mystical peer into the crystal ball. This is my beautiful crystal. This crystal I've had is an old crystal. It's almost 30 years old. It's been with Psychic Bob all through his psychic career. And I just love it. It was made in Chicago in the United States back in, I think, in the 1980s. I bought it through an occult shop, but they had to order from a company that used to make crystals out of Chicago. It's a long story. Back in the day, back in the 80s and 90s, you couldn't just go online. There was no internet. And to get a crystal ball, if you didn't have an occult shop in your town, you were SOL. And luckily, there was an occult shop down in Georgetown, Washington, D.C. And they didn't have crystals, but they custom ordered. But they had to find a company out of Chicago. So this is an old crystal, but I think it looks very beautiful, huh? How do you like that? Thank you so much. Love you too, Baron. Thank you. Hearts. Christine C says, I have my little crystal ball next to me. Yay. Brittany Soho, hey, there she is. She was at our class today. Well, that's the other thing is besides doing private readings, I taught psychic development class. We had a great time today. I hope you all enjoyed it, those of you who joined us. The psychic development class today, we talked about working with the third eye. But don't worry if you missed it. There's a chance to catch up because next Saturday, we're going to continue on. We're going to do a little more work with the third eye. So we'll do that. And we're going to work on the throat chakra. What are the powers of the throat chakra? Most people think throat chakra means that you can speak. Well, that's part of it, but it does a lot more than that. So if you're interested in learning about the throat chakra, and we're also going to show how its power ties in with the third eye, come and join our class next week. You can register. Go register today so you don't forget. Register over at PsychicBob.com. It's $30 for the class. It's 2 hours live training with me. And some of you here tonight were there at the class. I know Christine C. was here. Christine, did you enjoy it? I know Brittany was there. Hey, Brittany. Brittany says, I love the psychic development class. I can't wait to attend another soon. Thank you, Brittany. It was great to have you. Well, next week, as I said, next Saturday, you guys can join us again. We're going to teach on the throat chakra and the third eye. And I'm going to talk about, you don't hear many psychics talk about the direct link between those chakras. And so we're going to focus on that. So I would love, love, love to have you guys there, you know. Thank you, Christine. Christine, she says, yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Well, this is awesome. I have you here tonight. By the way, did you guys bring a cup of tea? I always say when you come to Psychic Bob's show, bring a cup of tea because I'm going to be sipping my tea. I'm drinking some, which one is this? Twinings? I think this is Twinings. Yeah, this is Twinings Earl Grey tea tonight. That's what I'm drinking tonight. So, sipping on that. I drink it British style with a little milk in it and a little sugar. That's delish. Angela Prayer Poem says, hey, I just finished some tea. Yay. Well, get another cuppa. Oh, that's nice. Angela Prayer Poem says, sending everyone unconditional love and hugs today, wishing you all blessings in all areas of your lives. Thank you, Angela. I received that. I'm going to take a hug. Thank you. All right. Well, it's so good to have you guys here. And tonight we're going to explore what the mystical crystal has. And it's always an adventure. It's always an adventure. So we're going to peer into our crystal. And I thank you for joining us. Now, I've always said it. I believe people say, well, how does that crystal ball work? Well, the crystal ball is a spiritual tool. It's an instrument. It serves as a portal to the spirit world. It serves as a portal to other dimensions. The crystal helps stimulate our third eye. We talked a little bit about this in the crystal today. And so using a crystal can be like a tool to strengthen your third eye. And so I invite you today, as you're relaxing and watching the show, be open to the power of the crystal. It may mesmerize you. You might even see a vision in my crystal ball. Sometimes that happens. Anything's certainly possible. But I thought we would start tonight with a little invocation. By the way, I want to say hi to everybody. I forgot to say, here's Baroness Colabob's in our chat. She's our moderator. Baroness says, Bobs, don't start yet. I need to make T hold the show. All right. We'll wait a few moments. So, anyways, I want to say hello. So Baroness Colabob's here. She's our moderator tonight. If you have any problems with donations, she'll help you buy. Also, in the advance, I want to say thank you for your support. Your donations really help me every month. Keep the lights on, keep the cable running. So I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. $4.99 and above will definitely get my attention. Thank you in advance. Oh my gosh, there's Amy Radcliffe is here. There's Amsterdamsel's here. Stardust C is here. Scott from South Carolina is here. Scott says sweet iced tea is a Southern thing. I'm a Southern boy. I'm feeling it. Thank you, Scott. Whew, I want some sweet iced tea. Now, cola, you got me drinking Earl Grey, but now I'm one Scott's type of tea. I'm just a mess today. There's Angela Prayer Poems is here. Yay, Stardust C. Psychic Leviathan is here. Me and Bob drink a lot of tea. You know what that means. We whiz a lot. LOL. All right. Well, it's probably true. There's Tina Vitial. Excuse me, Tina. I can't see you. Tina Vitial. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. My eyes are bad today. Oh my gosh. It's so good. There's Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe. Baroness, jump on and get your tea. We're going to do our invocation, okay? Oh my gosh, it's so good. There's Robert Stevens is here. All right. Well, I'm just glad you guys are here. By the way, I'm wearing my Witchy Pentacle shirt. And this is one of my scrying mirror pendants. Now, I love the crystal, but I also love the black scrying mirror. And this is a black scrying mirror pendant as well. I'm wearing that today because I've been thinking about third eye and visions and mystical tools, There's Robin Boston is here. She was at our class today too. Hi, Robin. Good to see you. Angela Prayer Poem says, I did a candle spell to help me break the habit of drinking soda, and I get used to drinking tea. It was a little funny. I was drinking tea at 3 a.m. That sounds like me. Do you know sometimes I wake up early and I call Cola because it's 5 hours ahead in London. And I'll call her. I say, Cola, I can't sleep. She said, well, get up, put the kettle on. And so the other day I had tea at 3 a.m. Psyche Leviathan says, we got dad making tea. LOL. Well, there you go. See, you got the whole family in the tea train. My mother during the last few years of her life got into drinking tea. And she said to me, yeah, I see why you like this now. I said, see, I've been bragging on tea for years. There's Karen Bryan is here and Christine C. and Amy Radcliffe. Gosh, everybody's here. This is Melinda Tornay says, I love green tea. Green tea is great. Melinda, when I studied with my Buddhist teacher, Reverend Suji, he always had me drink green tea after meditation. It was really revitalized. It's good stuff. Love green tea. It's very good for you. My mom drank green tea. There's Ramona 9954, and Lynn is here with her wolf dog. Row, 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 row. I love it. Well, it's so good. Angela's been working on her spells. See, Angela, how you like my Pinnacle t-shirt, huh? You're a witch. You'll like that, I think. Anyways, yeah, next Wednesday, Wiccan Wednesday, we're going to have Wiccan Wednesday, and we're going to talk about the Black Mirror on Wiccan Wednesday and working with the Black Mirror. So I hope you'll join us for that for this upcoming Wednesday. You know, Robin Bossa says, my grandfather loved his tea. Amsterdamsel's here. F-I-L. What's that mean? Falling in love with tea? F-I-L-T. There's Lady Bree. All right. Welcome, guys. There's TGVG. All right. Well, I'm so glad you guys joined us tonight. All right. Baroness has her tea, and so we're ready to go. All right. Angela says, I always wanted Black Mirror, not in the cards, to have one yet because I can never find one in my price range, even pre-owned. Listen, Angela, I did a video on how to make your own black scrying mirror, and it's just as nice as what you buy online. This one is one, I actually made it. I did a video. If you look under my videos, just look up Black Mirror, or I can't remember if I call it how to make a black mirror, but you'll find it. I do one where I teach. This is my black mirror, and it's very deep and black. This is a professionally made scrying paint. You can see they're both good. So, yeah. Anyways, I do have a video, so you can make your own. You make them any size. I have one, Angela, in my temple room, which I'm going to show hopefully on Wednesday. Is my goal to use as the Wednesday video. A 4-foot scrying mirror. You see how big this zodiac wheel is? I have a scrying mirror now this size that I made. So I'll talk about that on Wednesday. All right. Woo! Glorified. I'm feeling it. Saturday night live with Psychic Bob. All right. Well, let's do an invocation, shall we? Everybody here and settle. Got your tea? All right. So let's just open the portal here, shall we? Very good. I take off my glasses. I don't need my glasses to see in the crystal, thank God. The day I do, I'll be worried. Let's just settle down. Whenever you do crystal scrying, that's what it's called, crystal scrying. You just want to relax into it. It's not a big, dramatic, intense thing. It's a relaxed thing. A lot of people don't know that, you know. All right, Christine C's got her Earl Grey. As we look into the crystal, we just want to do a little invocation. Mystic crystal, portal of light, strengthener of the third eye, we invoke your power now. We ask that you serve us tonight as a portal to information. We invite all from the other side who would have power and wisdom to give us imagery. Show us truth tonight. Let us see into your depths and know what we need to know. Guide us in our vision and grant us wisdom. Thank you, mystic crystal and powers on high. So mote it be. So mote it be. Oh, it's Saturday night. I'm feeling it. I'll tell you something in that tea. All right. Looking in my crystal, I'm going to give my first reading out to Baroness Kolobobs, who has been working hard all week, helping me with scheduling and artworks. Love you, Baroness. She's my girl. All right, Baroness, let me see what the crystal has. Mystic crystal, what do you show? Hold on, let me just look within here. Oh my gosh, Cola, it's interesting. Clouds are forming, and as they're dropping down, it's almost like fog clearing, and I'm seeing the roof of a house here. This looks like it's a semi-detached in-unit house, and I see the words your house, meaning you. Baroness, I think there's a house coming here, and I think this is within the next 2 weeks. There's going to be discussion. It looks like you may have opportunity to look at pictures. I feel doors are opening. What's interesting is I do see around this property a yard, and I feel as if there's room for an animal, and I do believe there may be a pet coming as well. What's interesting is, now I know this is, I'm not saying this to upset you, but I see a little male dog He looks like a Jack Russell. And I don't know if your dog that you were talking about is a Jack Russell, but this dog looks like a cute Jack Russell. So I do see a property with a pet, with a dog. I feel the next 2 weeks has connection around this. That's what the crystals say. So to be glorified. All right. There's Amy Radcliffe, 499. I'm getting hyper today. Crystal ball reading gets me excited. Any messages from me, Bob? Thanks. All right, Amy, let's see what the crystal has. Amy, when I'm looking in the crystal right now, I'm seeing a flag flying. It's an American flag and then a Mississippi flag. I'm like, what is that flag? It's flying over a government building. Amy, you must contact a government agency this week. Looks like a door will open, particularly in the job area for you. I want you to think in terms of county center. Like I feel this is a regional county-wide center connected to county government. And I feel like by going there, it's opening doors. I see you meeting with people. I see you making applications. I see you looking at job postings. There's some work that's coming for you, and it'll open a door there. Blessed be. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. Go this week. All right, there's Christine C. $4 donation. Let's see what we got, Christine C. Ooh. Christine, you know, you're going to laugh when I say this, but I see you climbing steps, and I'm thinking, good thing she did the Stairmaster. Seriously, this is a property that you're showing somebody. It looks like in the next week, you're going to be doing a listing or showing a listing of a property. This is interesting. It actually has steps up one side of it. So it's kind of up on a hill or a side of a hill area. It's a Spanish kind of adobe style house on a hill. Looks like the ones I saw in New Mexico, but I think this is in California. But it kind of reminds me a little more because of the style of New Mexico houses. But I see that coming in about 7 days for you. And I see the people committing to a contract. So I think you're right on the edge of getting a nice commission on this. It'll be a pretty expensive property. Blessings to you. Thank you. All right, there's Colleen. Right about. Hello, Colleen. Colleen says, I have an interview next week for a job promotion. Do you see anything in my future? Christine, that might be a better question for Sunday, but let me just see if I can see something, okay? Maybe the crystal will show me something here. All right, this is interesting. I saw a spirit hand come up in the crystal. It was like a cloud, and out of it is thumbs up. Thumbs up means success is yours. It means yes. So it does look like you're on the path to change. I do feel that interview, from what this seems to indicate, is going to go well for you, and they like you. And what's funny is, as I'm saying, will they like you? A giant cheesy smile face came up nodding. You know, like remember the yellow smiley faces? And it's nodding. So I think this is a sign things are going well for you. All right. I feel like this promotion's a good thing. I think you're ready for growth and change. Blessings to you. Thank you. There's Karen Bryan, $3. Thank you, Karen. Say, Bob, what does the crystal ball have for me? Let's see what the crystal has for Karen. You know, Karen's interesting. I know I've told you this before, but it keeps showing up and I can't deny it. You are literally on a stage. I see you seriously on a stage. You're at a comedy club. You've got the audience holding their sides. They're laughing. You're brilliant. You're natural. Please pursue the comedy in LA. I don't think it's going to happen until you're in LA. But I want you to think in terms of what would you write as your routine right now? Because I feel once you hit LA, it's like you're running. And I think from June, July period, I'm going to say June right now, forward, you're hitting the strip and you're getting bookings. I really think you have a good shot at this, but prepare your material now. I think you're a natural. Blessed be. Watch June. All right. There's Amsterdam Soul 777. Oh, that's a good luck number. Thank you, Amsterdam Soul. Hi, PsychicBob. Hi, Cola. Sending love to you both. Any messages for me? All right, Amsterdam. So what's our crystal got for you? Oh, isn't that interesting? Amsterdam. So I'm seeing you sitting. This is interesting with tarot cards, and you also have a crystal ball at your table. I think you have some opening of psychic facilities coming here. And it's like you start reading tarot, but it's like the tarot, when I'm looking at the cards, is coming to life. I'm literally seeing like images like three-dimensional coming out of tarot. And then I see you turning to the crystal, and it's like the images are filling the crystal. So I think your psychic ability, particularly in clairvoyance, is going to grow. And I'm trying to figure out the timeline. And I feel this is literally over the next 2 months. So, March and April, it's a time to step into your psychic current, and it's going to pick up. All right. Blessings to you. Thank you. Hey, there's Ramona, $4.99. Thank you, Ramona. Hi, Bob. What messages does the crystal have for me? Let's see what the crystal has for you, Ramona. There's an airplane. Ramona, you're going traveling. You're going to go to Texas, and you're going to California. And it looks like Hawaii too. Now, this isn't all at one time. This is over the next year. But it's funny because each trip you go further and further west. And I think you're going to end up in Hawaii by early next year, by like the January, February timeframe. And what's strange is once you get to Hawaii, I see you looking at buildings like homes, apartments, condos. It's like I'm in the flow. I think I want to stay. I think you're going to Hawaii, honestly. All right. But it won't be too early next year, but you're on your way. Blessings to you. Thank you. Make sure to take these other trips if you have an opportunity. Go to Texas or go to California. These seem to have some connection to ultimately being in Hawaii. It's like you meet contacts that open doors. So don't skip the other trips if you can do them. Blessings to you. Thank you. There's Lady Bree. Hello, Lady Bree. Thank you for your donation. All right, Lady Bree, what we got in the crystal here? Interesting. Lady Bree, I'm seeing you. This is going to sound strange, but I'm seeing you talking to somebody at a gym. I don't know if you've joined a gym lately or doing a gym membership, but it's interesting because I see you looking at equipment like, oh, that looks fun. I could do that. And you're like building upper body, building list. I see looking at a cardio class. This is a sign that you got to work with the physical energy of the body. I think you look great. I don't think you're out of shape, but it's more like just for your own internal energy. It's like you're joining a gym and it seems to be very powerful for you. So I might encourage you to explore that and let's see where that takes you. Okay. Blessings to you. I feel that this Lady Bree is literally within the next month. Blessings to you. All right. There's Lady. Oh, excuse me. I'm on the wrong one. Brittany Soho. I can't receive that. $5 donation. Thank you, Brittany. Hello, Bob. I was wondering what I did in any of my Pleiadian lives. Let's find out. Isn't that interesting? You had one life as a plane. They show me literally you're in a soil digging. You were a geologist. You studied soil and rock structure and things like that. You were actually a space explorer. You traveled to different planets. Interesting, they show Earth was one of your planets. You actually took soil samples and rock samples from Earth. So yes, you were a geologist. Isn't that interesting? I don't know if you have any interest in science or geology in this life, but that's what you did in one of your lives in the Pleiades. You were to travel, but you do it around not just the Palladian planet, you went around all the planets. Pretty cool. So you had a scientist, an educator theme, and a scientist theme. Isn't that fascinating? An explorer theme. Fascinating. All right, there's Joyous Jess. Canadian $6.99. I got to work on my song "Oh Canada," so I'm not there yet, but we'll get it done for you guys. Thank you, Jess. Hi, Bob. Any messages for me? Thank you. Let's see what we got here. Jess, this is interesting. I don't know if you're planning a move, but I see you looking at properties. And I feel like you're saying, well, does it have room for the children? And how is the yard? I think there's an opportunity for a move coming for you. What's interesting is I think you're staying in Canada. And I think it's going to actually give you a lot of joy and a lot of freedom. I keep seeing this closer to the summer because it looks like it's warm around June, July, maybe August. But that's the time frame. I think there's an opportunity to look at properties. Now, you may not be planning that today, but just remember it because when the crystal shows us glimpses many times of things to come. So be ready for that. I think there's a move coming. Thank you so very much. Oops, hold on, my chat's broken. Something's wrong here. All right, there's Gary M. $5 donation. Thank you, Gary. I say about what does the crystal ball have for me today? Thanks and blessings to you. Let us see what the crystal has for Gary. Oh, that's nice. Gary, I'm literally seeing you in an interview. I don't know if you got an interview this past week, but you're right up on it. And I won't be surprised when you say it's come on Monday. You're in an interview. Now, I see you actually being in an in-person interview, but strange, I feel like there may be a phone interview before this physical interview. Because when I'm looking at the physical, I feel like it's part 2. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like they indicate to me that there's more before that. So this upcoming week, I think you'll have at least a phone interview, if not an in-person interview. So be ready for that. I feel this is stuff you've kind of put your feelers out to, and it's like they're contacting you. Be ready for it. Ooh, it looks very good. All right. And I do think it's strangely military connected. All right, there you go. TGVG, £1.19 or euros. I can't keep straight. Euros, pounds. It all looks the same on YouTube. Thank you, TGVG. Let's see what the crystal has for you. TGVG, I'm seeing you on a film shoot. You know that director that you recently talked to? He's going to take you on. And I see you actually packing up. You got your camera equipment, your bags, you're lugging it like on your shoulder, like, all right, we got to get to the shoot. You're going to be working. Now, didn't I tell you, and I'm seeing it here in the crystal, you're going to keep working all the way for the next few months. So you're going to have money coming in, and I see you building connections. Don't so much worry about the money. You'll be okay there, but this is more about the importance of your work being seen and you building connections. I also see a statue. It looks like an award. I think this is connected to your film about Frank and Rachel. So I think there's some awards coming for that film. It looks like a little Oscar statue. I don't know if you'll get an Oscar, but you get some type of award for it. That's exciting. Hang in there. You're moving forward. Blessed be. Hold on just a second, guys. I'm losing my voice. There's Karen Ryan, $2. Thank you, Karen. Hey, Psychic Bob, any messages from Spirit Blessings? Let's see, Karen, what's going on in here. Karen, I'm seeing Paul here, Paul Walker, your spirit guide. He's just standing there smiling. And it's funny because he's handing me, it looks like a script. I'm trying to read. I can't see it very clear, but it looks like it says, my comedy routine. So he's going to help you write your comedy routine. That's who you need to call him. Paul Walker is going to channel through you to help you step up your game. He said, I just heard a voice come through and he goes, we're going to help her with her stage presence. So he's going to be there to give you power, to give you blessing, give you strength. Start working with him more closely. It's part of your future. Your future destiny is connected to this. Blessed be. Thank you. All right. There is Amanda S. $4.99. Thank you, Amanda. Hi. Thank you, guys, for class today. Oh, thank you for joining us. We're so glad Amanda was in our psychic class. Amanda, next week, by the way, anybody tuning in late, we had psychic development class day. But if you missed it, don't worry, because next Saturday, we're going to continue on with more about the third eye, and we're going to teach about the throat chakra. And I'm going to teach about the psychic link and how that can help you as a psychic. So come and join that. All right. Amanda says, what does the crystal ball show for me next week? Well, I don't know if I can do timeline with crystal ball always, but we'll see. Let me see. Anything for Amanda? Let's look. Amanda, next week looks to be a kind of a hectic week for you. I see you in the car a lot going back and forth. I feel you may have stuff to deal with your kids, like taking to events, and I feel like you're out purchasing stuff, and I feel like you're back and forth. I see a garage, so I don't know if you're sending one of your cars in for service. I see a van, and I feel like it's going to garage. Now, this is not a big crisis, like $5,000 repair. But I do see it getting a little bit of service. So if you have something you need to do, I'd put it in this next week because I feel like it'll be good timing. It's going to save you a lot of problems down the road. So busy week, just errands and van service. That's all I'm getting. I hope that helps a little bit. Blessings to you. All right. There is, oops, I can't see the name. Knick-Knack. Oh, that's Knick-Knack's back. Knick-Knack 39. Hello, Knick-Knack. I love that name. I collect knickknacks. I have them all over my house. But I'm trying to become a minimalist. I'm trying to lower my knick-knack collection. Maybe I'll sell some of my knickknacks. All right. Hi, Bob. Any messages for me? Thank you. Thank you, Knick-Knack, for your kind support. $8 donation. Blessings. All right. Let's see what we got, Knick-Knack. This is interesting. You know, I was talking about clearing out my house because I got so much clutter. I'm actually seeing you boxing up stuff in your house. So I don't know if you're doing spring cleaning or this could be a move coming for you. I don't feel like this is all like right this week. I feel this is like over the next 2 months, 3 months maybe. But I think there could be an opportunity for some sort of change in the residential area, either renovating it or redecorating. Possibly a move. I'm not 100% clear on this, but I do feel like you're at a turning point, and this is significant for them to show it to me. And it means your house will come in order. When I see your face, Knick-Knack, you're smiling, like you're like as you're boxing. So it's like a happy energy around this. It's not a crisis. Don't worry, you're not going to be thrown into the street. But this is like, I'm excited. I'm moving on. I'm changing things. I'm ready to go. So be ready. I think there could be a move. Don't know if you're looking to move. But as I said, this can also be a renovation on the house. Like I'm clearing out stuff to put in a new floor, a new kitchen, or something like that. But I think it's good. Blessings to you. I hope that helps. Yay, there's Medina. Ooh, Medina Belvin. Medina and I go back years, don't we, Medina? How many years? Like 15 years? Gosh, I've known Medina forever. Evening, Bob. Evening, Cola. Thank you, Medina. Good to see you. I had an evaluation of my job last week. Can you see if I'm doing a good job and will I get a raise? Thanks. Let's see, Medina. Medina, I see 2 different people looking at your review. I think they're both happy with you. Now, somebody's going to say to you, they want you to press a little harder on some of the sales aspects. But I really think that they're just trying to encourage you rather than criticize you. Yeah, you're going to still be employed. And I do think there's a raise coming for you. Now, in terms of the money, they may be delayed until May. I'm not sure you're going to actually get money in hand until that period, but I do see you staying and going forward. Blessings to you. Yay. Money's always good, huh? All right. There's Lindy McKay. Hi, Lindy. Good to see you again. Welcome back. $4.99. Thank you, Lindy. Any messages for me? Let's see what the crystal has. Mr. Crystal, what do you have for Lindy? Isn't that interesting? Lindy, they're showing you sitting. It's interesting. You look like you're sitting in a lotus pose, that's like cross-legged, like yoga. And I'm seeing 2 different things here. One, I'm seeing you on a yoga mat, like you're taking yoga. I don't know if you're into yoga, but if you aren't, that may be something literal for you to consider, yoga. The other thing is while you're sitting in that lotus posture, I'm seeing a purple cloud form around your head. That tells me you have the gift of clairvoyance, that the spirit world is trying to communicate through your inner vision, through your mind, through your dreams to you. So I want you to watch your dreams because I feel like psychically you're growing over the next few months. You're opening your channel. And it may be that also you're balancing the physical, because I get shown both the physical, they're drawing me to the body on the yoga mat, and then they're drawing me that. So I think that perhaps yoga practice could balance the body, the mind, the spirit for you and open your psychism as well. So I want you to be open to that. Anyways, don't know if you ever done yoga. I mean, you say, PsychicBob's crazy. I don't do yoga. But I think the crystal is giving us a revelation of something that could be very powerful for you. So explore it. Let me know, okay? Thank you so much. Blessings to you. Hold on a second, guys. I got to drink some tea here. I'm losing my voice. Oh, my gosh. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. All right. There's Angela Prayer Poems. Angela Prayer Poems. I just heard Fletcher back here, and he said, give her a reading. See what the crystal has. I think Spirit wants to tell you something, Angela. Let me see what's going on here. Hold on. Interesting. Angela, listen, I got to tell you right now while I'm looking into the crystal here, I'm seeing beautiful yellow clouds filling the crystal, like clouds of yellow glow, golden yellow. This is a sign for you that you're about to find your inspiration. I feel like when I'm looking at these clouds, it's like you've been waiting for kind of a fresh start or a new inspiration. And these yellow clouds tell me that you're about to have a breakthrough. Maybe you've been wanting to work on your magic, for example, and you feel like you've hit a wall and you need some more inspiration for magic, or maybe you feel like you can't, you're just kind of stuck in some way. This says you're about to break through, and I feel this is literally within the next 7 to 10 days around this. So I want you just to kind of wait on Spirit right now. Wait on Spirit's inspiration. Because when you feel stuck, sometimes all you can do is call on Spirit. But these yellow clouds give me a lot of hope for you. And I think you're not only going to be inspired, you're going to be joyful as well. So let the Spirit move, follow your heart, follow your vision. It's taking you places. I feel some of this may be a career opportunity breakthrough as well. And sometimes yellow light can also mean going back to school. So I don't know if you've been thinking about going to school to pick up another degree or learn some skills, but all of that is indicated by this as well. So a lot of blessings coming for you. Watch, as I said, the next 7 to 10 days starts that creative process. And I think this carries on for the next 2 to 3 months. So you're in that flow of that light. I hope that helps a little bit. Blessings to you. Woo. All right, hold on, guys. I can't see out my glasses. I got to get a tissue here and clean the glasses. Hard to see anything. My eyes are bad. I need to put on cloudy glasses. You can't see anything. Oh, my gosh. It's so good to see you here. All right. Hold on a second. My chat's freezing up on me. Well, something's happening with my crystal. With my chat. My crystal's fine. It's my chat. Hold on just a second. Ramson Tech is just locked up on me for some reason. All right, there's Sasha, $4.99. Hello, Sasha. Hi, I would love to know if know about any of my past lives. All right, Sasha, let's see what we got going on here. Hold on just a second. Sasha, this is interesting. One of your former lives, it looks like it was in New York. You lived in upstate New York in the United States. It looks like it's the early 1900s, 1920s. You were connected to the Lilydale camp. It was a spiritualist camp. I believe that you actually you were a medium there or a mystic of some sort. I want you to research Camp Lilydale, Lily, and second word Dale, Dale. Camp Lilydale. It's in New York, but you lived there. I think it's going to be hauntingly familiar once you see pictures of it. But you lived there in the 1900s, 1920s time frame. And then I think from the 30s onwards you left. But up till the late 1920s, you lived in Lilydale in your last life. Isn't that interesting? So you got some psychic power from that life. And I think it's coming over to this life. Blessings to you. Up there's Baroness Colabas. Hello, Baroness. £1.99. Thank you. Bob's, check your ball again. I want a garden, not a yard. Oh, my goodness gracious. Let me just double check. All right. A garden is a yard. In American English. I forgot in British English, yard is something different. What the British call garden, many times in America we call a yard. Now in England, a yard means just a concrete lot. It doesn't mean like grass and your pool in your backyard. Front yard, backyard is what we call it. But in England, if you say you have a property with a yard, it means it's paved in with nothing but concrete. You don't have any grass or bushes or trees. So you have a garden by British English, not a yard. Okay. Yes. Sorry, I did make that clear. I forgot. You know, what's that saying? Americans and British are people divided by a common language. Some days Cole and I get in these discussions, right? And we don't know what the other's saying because our linguistics are not understood. So she'll say something and I'll say, well, I don't know. That's pretty rude of you to say that. And she's not speaking rudely, but the British vernacular, some of it comes across by American ears as rude when it's really not. One time we got in a major fight because she said something to me and I thought she was being hateful and she was just being nice and I misunderstood it. Happens all the time. Yeah. All right. There's Brittany Soho again. $5 donation. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Brittany. Hold on. I got to get some water here. Thanks, Bob. Thank you, Brittany. Any other messages from the spirit tonight? I don't know. Let's see if anybody's in the crystal. Any of the spirit people want to come through the crystal tonight? There's Leslie. Leslie Flint just showed up. I see his face. It's funny because he wears glasses, but in the crystal, like it kind of warps his image. His glasses kind of like bug eye big. I'm not laughing at you, Leslie. It's just the crystal. Brittany, Leslie Flynn is actually talking through the crystal. That's wild. He said, this is something different to do. It is. He says to tell you that he's standing as a bodyguard over you as well. He said that you may be feeling pressure from people around you. He says, don't bend to them. Stand strong. Leslie's going to help you because it looks like there may be around you some people playing politics and work or even family, but it's kind of like people are trying to push you into an opinion or siding with them. Leslie said, don't do it. Just stand with me. Okay, so just be careful there. Sidestep it as much as you can. Okay, and I think this is literally in this upcoming week. All right, he shook his head. Thank you so much. Call on Leslie Flynn. He's a great guy. He'll help you. Oh my gosh, here's my buddy Christine C. $5 donation. Thank you, Christine. Does the ball show anything in my romantic life? If not, however, what you see is fine. Thanks. What it shows me right now, this is interesting, Christy. I see an outline of you here, and you've got a beautiful nimbus, aura, a ray of some pink light around you. You've got two bands. One's dark pink and one's pale pink. Dark pink means that you're frustrated, that you had enough dealing with people. So I'd say that indicates that it's time for you to move on. The pale pink says that your energy is ready to receive somebody new. I don't see anybody around you now till about June or July, but I feel the summer months is where there's transition here. In the short term, I have to just be honest with you, I don't see improvement around the current situation. I know that you're thinking about trying to work that out. I just don't see it working. I'm sorry. I still see this man with his arms crossed, just going, no, no, no. It's like he just is not going to move from his position. I'm sorry to tell you that. That's what I see. So I don't mean to be discouraging because I know you're hoping for a better reading, but as a psychic, I have to give you what they show me. But when we're in June, end of June, going to July, it's around that period, I see you meeting somebody new. And and I don't say this to sound cliche, but that proverbial, the tall, dark stranger? This is what he looks like, literally. So I just have to put that out there. Okay. Watch the end of midsummer. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Hold on a second. There's TGVG, €6. Thank you, TGVG. Any messages regarding romance that shows up in the crystal ball? All right, TGVG. Let me see. This is interesting. I have a woman standing here. She looks like a fairy, with wings, like a little fae. She's a guardian spirit, a fairy. And she says, this is a word she literally says to you. Spring fling. Spring fling. She keeps saying it over. Spring fling. I think May, because she's showing me the flowers and she said the flowers of May. May is a turning point for you in relationship. And it looks like you're connecting to somebody there. I feel this is somebody interestingly has a connection to your line of work, like they do film themselves or they're studying film. But this is somebody I feel speaks the language of film for you. She's a pretty girl, blondish hair, kind of strawberry blonde, little reddish tint to it. Pretty hair, long, beautiful eyes. She's an artist in her soul. Like when I see her, I'm like, I can feel her energy. So I think May is a spring fling. Now, when we say fling in American English, it sometimes means just a little dalliance, a romance that lasts a week or two. When this fairy says that, I don't think she literally means it's just a fling and then she's gone. I think that this is the opening of something new and exciting. So I feel that May is the time for some romance for you. Be open to it, okay? Blessings to you. Thank you so much. All right, there is my buddy Charles. Na, 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 na. Ooh, Charles, say goodbye. What does the crystal ball have to say? Well, Charles, let's see what the crystal has to say. Hold on just a second. Charles, I see you. There's a phone call coming. There's a man. It looks like he's talking about a job offer here. I keep seeing him say, would you be interested in this position? I can hear his voice. And you're like, well, what's the hours? What's the route? I think this may be somehow connected to county work, possibly driving of some sort. I don't know that it's bus driving, but it could be a bus. But it might even be something like, for example, driving for the county for senior citizen transport. Like, for example, like you pick up people that are seniors and take them to their doctor's appointments. They have these like community vans and they make the rounds and they do all day, take people shopping, they pick them up. But I'm seeing something like that. It's connected to county. It's like a county-based program. And I see that coming in May. So I don't know if you're looking for a job change, but looks like an opportunity will present itself. Whether you take it or not, it's up to you. I do think it's more money, not a lot of money, but a little more money. And I feel like the schedule works with your schedule better. So consider it. All right. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. All right. There is Percival de Leon. That's a cool name. That's a noble sounding name. Percival de Leon. 999. Yay. I love that. Thank you so much. Can I have a past life with Cernunnos if you feel comfortable? Let's see if you do have any connection to Cernunnos. Percival, yes, you do have a past life linked to Cernunnos. Hold on just a second. Guys, forgive me. My voice is a little strained. I've been talking all day between psychic readings and teaching classes. Yes, Percival de Leon. You have a past life. Now, what's interesting is this wasn't in ancient Britain. Cernunnos was known throughout France and Britain. This was actually in the 1800s. You were part of the pagan revival. And so you have a soul connection to the worship of Cernunnos in a more recent past life. You were part of a group out of England that did invocations to the horned lord. Sometimes you worship Pan, sometimes it was Cernunnos, sometimes Hern. They're all interconnected. But I want you to, excuse me, I want you to explore the pagan revival in the United Kingdom in the 1800s, Victorian era, I believe it was, late 1800s. That's your link. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Isn't that fascinating? You never know what'll come through the crystal. Like I was thinking, ancient times, and here it shows that. It's always amazing. All right. Thank you so much. There's Shadowlands Radio 499. Hello, Sam. Good to see you. Yo, Bob, haven't heard back from any place that I've applied to for a job. Will I hear back from the Old Stone Creamery. I hate to say it, there's a delay around that. Now, I do feel you're going to hear back from a few of them. And the funny part is it's all going to come at the same time. Watch next week because I do feel you're going to get 2 calls. The Creamery, it's weird because I feel like they will call you, but it's going to be a few weeks. It's like 2 more weeks. So I think they're just taking their time. But the other ones that you've applied as you're waiting on that have been a while, watch next week because I see 2 calls coming in for you. Okay. One of them is a connection. I don't know if you've revisited working for something like a post office or like UPS. I keep seeing you at a desk scanning packages. But it's funny, it's not a post office. It feels like it's like private, like UPS or DHL, one of those delivery services. So you may have some connection to that. I don't know if you do. If you haven't, I want you to explore that because I see that an interview connected with something like that as well. So next week's going to open some doors for you. Just hang in there. It's not the end of the road. Blessings to you. Thank you. Shadowland says, thank you, Shadowland says, I'm currently doing DoorDash. I don't see you staying with DoorDash. You're going to have more of a standard 9 to 5 job where you're in a building. And as I said, I'd like you to explore UPS, UPS or delivery type service. It's not DoorDash. You're not actually doing the delivery. I see you working in like the warehouse or the office area. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. All right, there is Vertigo Sun. Ooh, that's a cool name. $5. Thank you, Vertigo Sun. Let's hope the sun doesn't get vertigo. It might burn the earth. All right. Hi, Bob. Could I have a past life reading? That's a great question. Let's see what the crystal has. All right. Vertigo Sun. This is really interesting. You have a connection to the Middle Ages, like the 1200s. I believe you were in Italy. You were a ceremonial magician in Italy. You did conjuring of spirits. Do you know what ceremonial magic is? It's a style of high magic. You were very educated. You spoke Hebrew, Greek, Latin. You did all the ancient languages. And you did conjurations and ritual work. Now, what's interesting is you did spells for a lot of the high society people, like the nobles of Italy, the royal family. But interesting, the Catholic Church was against that. So you kept it very underground. In fact, I think that when you weren't doing magic or you actually had some tie to the Catholic Church, like working as a deacon or some type of, you weren't a priest, but you were like somebody who helped serve the priests and help the community. So I think that's what kept you safe. So you have a connection to Italy, Middle Ages, ceremonial magic. Isn't that interesting? Ooh, you might want to look that up, see if you recognize the symbols. All right. Thank you so much. Hold on a second, guys. My chat's having some problems there. Oh, there's Scott from South Carolina. $10 donation. Thank you very much, Scott. Bob, last night you reached my father and he mentioned a leg issue. My son, 35, needs to have a growth, non-cancer, on his ankle surgically removed. That's what that must have been. Hold on just a second. All right, let me just see if there's anything on the crystal. Yeah, Scott, pardon me, my voice is going here. I do see this growth. It will be removed. There will not be complications. I'm not seeing your father tonight, but this crystal image I feel is trustworthy. So tell your son, go ahead, do the surgery. It's going to be fine. It'll be less invasive than what they're saying. So right now I hear a doctor saying, well, it's kind of intense. We've got to be careful. I don't think it's as bad as what they may be indicating. So it'll go fine. All right. I see success because both of you are smiling and the growth is going off of his ankle. It's like I see it and then it's gone and he's smiling. It'll be fine, and both of you are happy. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much. Oh, thank you, Vertigo. Vertigo says this. Wow, thank you so much. I'm so glad that made sense to you. Wonderful. All right. Well, listen, guys, we are about at our hour here. I am losing my voice. I've got to rest. I've got readings all day tomorrow and classes. So thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. I've had so much fun. I hope you've had fun too. Listen, if you've enjoyed this tonight, why don't you pop over to my website, PsychicBob.com. You can read more about my work as a psychic there. You can also register for next Saturday's Psychic Development. We're going to have a great class. We're going to talk about the throat chakra. Lord knows I think I need some healing on my throat chakra and the third eye chakra and how they interconnect. I think you'll get a lot out of that. So please join us at that class. You can register for it's only $30. It's 2 hours live training on Zoom. It's not on YouTube. It's a private class. And we would love to have you join us. Listen, give a big shout out to Baroness Kolobos and a thumbs up for her wonderful work tonight. Baroness, thank you for helping with the chat. Thank you for the wonderful artwork. If you didn't see the artwork, you got here late. After this video post in the live feed of my YouTube, go see it, the beautiful crystal ball image that our Baroness Kolobos made for this show. It looks beautiful. I love the artwork. I'm going to have that printed and framed. I love it. Listen, you guys are the best. I hope to see you guys. We'll be here tomorrow night. What's tomorrow? Sunday? Yeah, tomorrow's live psychic readings. Bring your psychic questions. And tomorrow we're going to open the door, see what the spirit guides that come in have for everybody. And it promises to be a good time. So join us Sunday night for live psychic readings. Same time as this show, 7 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. Be here. Don't miss it. Anyways, guys, thank you. I love you guys. Thanks for coming out to our classes. Thanks for coming out to our shows. If you weren't here last night, we did live psychic readings. It was a lot of fun. So check that out. It's in the queue right before this video. Well, guys, listen, we'll be back here tomorrow. And until then, may you always blessed be.